Having already secured a Big Ten regular season trophy, the Badgers are now one step away from bringing home their second piece of hardware on the season as they advance to the championship game of the 2015 Big Ten tournament with a 71-51 win over Purdue on Saturday. Wisconsin trailed by 5 at halftime, but was as dominant as ever in the final 20 minutes, making this one a rout. For the second day in a row, Wisconsin found itself trailing in the first half, this time 28-21 with about 4 minutes to go before halftime. Just like a day before, that's when the Badgers started their rally, and just like a day before, it began with a Bronson Koenig three-pointer. 3 possessions later, Frank Kaminsky found Nigel Hayes on the low block, and after a shot fake got A.J. Hammonds in the air, Hayes finished on the reverse side to tie the score at 30-30 and cap off a 9-2 run. Purdue wasn't finished, however, scoring the final 5 points of the half, including a three-pointer from P.J. Thompson just before the buzzer to go into intermission leading 35-30. The second half was all Wisconsin. The Badgers sprinted out to an 8-0 run and later extended that to a 14-3 run and grabbed a 44-38 lead just a few minutes into the second stanza. It was an offensive rebound from Hayes and a kick out to Koenig for the top-of-the-key three-pointer that gave Wisconsin its first lead since 10-9. UW would keep the pressure on. Bronson Koenig finished off a nifty runner from the top of the key before Kaminsky had a spinning lay-in and Sam Decker drove and scored off the window as the Badgers flexed their muscles. Purdue got within 2 at 46-44, but UW roared back as Sam Decker got ahead of the pack and his two-handed flush ignited the crowd.
I saw it and I yelled at Frank. I was like, outfielder. I said, I got it. And so he let me pass him a little bit because I have a little more speed out in the open court. He let me get it and I was able to finish it off.
Moments later, it was Decker flushing again, this time as Frank Kaminsky led the fast break and found his streaking teammate down the lane.
You know, we like to run the ball. We like to get it up and down, and teams like to take it away from us once in a while because they realize that, you know, we may not look the part, but we can get up and down. And today we saw it as an opportunity to exploit and had a lot of fun with it.
Koenig would put the punctuation mark on the day, finishing with a career-high 19 points. As efficient as Wisconsin's offense was in the second half, scoring 41 points, their defense was even more impressive, holding Purdue to just 16 in the final 20 minutes and limiting the Boilermakers to 3 of 19 shooting inside the arc.
I think getting some stops and not letting them get second chance opportunities, and when you do that, everything just flows into our offense. So we were getting rebounds and pushing it and beating them down the floor and getting easy buckets, and then just turned it around and gave us momentum.
Wisconsin had just 3 turnovers and forced Purdue into 9, owning a 15-0 points off turnover advantage. The Badgers would out-rebound Purdue, who entered the game as one of the leading rebounding teams in the conference, by a 35-27 mark. In addition to Koenig's 19, Nigel Hayes and Sam Decker each chipped in 15 points, including 5 assists and no turnovers from Nigel Hayes, while Frank Kaminsky stuffed the stat line with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, and 3 steals. The first of those blocks set Wisconsin's career blocks record, passing Jared Berggren with 145 career swats.
We got a lot to play for. You know, we want to win a championship here, and then we want to win another championship. So we're going to try to close it out undefeated and have some fun with it.
Wisconsin now moves to 30-3, winning 30 games for just the 3rd time in school history after a 71-51 win over Purdue in the Big Ten semifinals. The Badgers will now take on Michigan State in the championship game. That game will air Sunday on CBS with tip-off set for 2:30.